Hey everybody, Ice Cat here. I'm going to show you an updated Audacity video about using labels in Audacity. Um, let's first kind of talk a little bit about what labels are. Labels are basically, you can think of it if you think about a thick book, right? And you want to select like maybe two or three pages. You're going to go and do a reading. You want to select two or three pages of that book and have that ready. Basically, labels are bookmarks. So if you think about it, you open up the book, you want to select page 25 to page 50. You would put a bookmark at page 25 and a bookmark at page 50. Close up the book, and when you look at where the two bookmarks are, obviously that's your clip. So that's an easy way to think about it, and that's what labels are basically. But it's that for an audio file. And this is actually one of the biggest time savers that you'll ever find. Let's get right into it. Let's add a label here. I have my clip all brought into Audacity. I just click and drag the MP3 right in, and then you just go to Edit, and you go to Labels right down here. And you're going to see a couple different things here. You see label editor, add label shortcut, um, really or add label to selection. Really, these two, there's good things to know. But what I want to show you here is labels, add labels to selection. If we click on that, what you're going to see is a new little label section down here, and you're going to see it added a bookmark where I had my playhead. So wherever you put your playhead, it'll add that. No worries if it's not right though. You can always move this around by just clicking on the little circle in the middle. You can move that. And then there's two arrows here that actually will let you extend the selection. So you can do that, and we'll explain everything here. I'm pretty sure it's self-explanatory, but there's a few things you should know. Let's first just delete this label. And the first thing that we're going to do is I want to bring us back into this menu here. Go to Edit, and if you go to Labels, I want you to pay close attention to this right here, Control B. Remember this shortcut, sear it into your brain. It's going to be the biggest help that you'll ever use. It's great. So what we're going to do is we have our labels already set here. It's blank. There's nothing here. Let's put our playhead somewhere. Let's listen to a little bit of this call. See where we want to clip out first.
Oh yeah, hey, how are you today?
Fine.
Good, good. Hey, I'm calling about that old Cub tractor that you got.
Yes, done sold.
No, it's
Okay, let's stop right there. I want to do a clip of him just saying it's done sold because I think that's pretty funny. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my playhead right here. Right there, that's about good. I like to leave a little bit of space just to kind of give it a little bit of breathing room. I might even give it a little bit more space like that. And then we're just going to hit Control and then B. Remember, that's our shortcut for the labels that we saw. So Control B. And what you'll see here is it brings that out. And I'm just going to take that little arrow and I'm just going to bring it all the way to the end here and leave it a little bit of, a little bit of breathing room on both ends. I might make that a little bit less. That's pretty good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually add a name for this label because right now it's just blank. And if you'll notice this little box and you probably see this icon going to a text icon, click on that. And I'm just going to call it something. I like to do what I call smart labeling or smart naming because this is actually going to be the file name once we export this label. So let's just call this, I call the people, it's an incipient, so ICECIPIENT. And I call him Icipient because I'm the person talking, but that person is talking to me. I'm Ice Cat. He is the Icipient. He is the recipient of my voice. And let's just call this It's Done Sold. And then I also, this is personal preference. I also like to just put in here in brackets or in yeah, in like a brackets. Um, vocal. Then it's a vocal clip, and that's just for personal preference. Sometimes I'll even add like a an underscore if I really like it and I know it's something that I want to find a lot and I want to play a lot on my show, or like it's a really good prank or something. I'll add that in that. So we'll just keep that in there, and we'll just move on. Let's keep listening here, and we'll find a new clip here.
Uh, fella down here in Hornet County.
Hornet County. Okay, well, that's
Yeah.
okay. Maybe you need a where's he still got the camper?
Still got the camper, yeah.
Okay, and that camper, is that something that's like parked outside where I can come look in it and stuff?
Yes.
Okay, and then do you think maybe I could like spend the night in it and just to test it out? I'll make you breakfast in
Spend
the
the night in
morning.
it.
Yeah, I'll make you breakfast in the morning.
I don't know about that now.
Okay, that seems like a good clip here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this in reverse, and you can see it works that way. So let's do this. You can do the Control B either way on either one, but I'm just going to do Control B here. It doesn't matter which track it's on, as long as it's Control B, it'll put it in the text labels. And I'm going to name this. Let's just do that right away. Now here's another trick is because I'm typing the same thing again. If you know you're going to be typing like the same thing, if you're using that smart naming, copy and paste is also your friend. So let's just do this. Recipient, and then I'm going to actually do another space and go a little bracket there. Oh. That way I know it's a vocal clip. And basically I'm going to Control A, Control C, Control V. You don't really need to do that, but now this is copied, so I can actually copy that on the next track that I use. All I have to do is put my cursor in the middle here and type out a name. So I'm just gonna call this um, Cook Breakfast for You. Okay, so we got that, and right now it's just a single bookmark here, nothing super special, but we're gonna drag this all the way down, kind of to where that conversation started. Now you have to do kind of remember where it is, and the zoom in, zoom out buttons here can help you out with kind of making it easier to get to. And I think it started here, but if we listen to the clip,
Hornet County. Okay, well, that's okay. Maybe you need a where's he still got the camper?
I want to get rid of all that Hornet County, blah 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 blah, just to where you still got that camper. So let me zoom in again here.
That's okay. Maybe you need a where's he still got the.
So it starts out right about there. So I'm gonna bring my little clipper thing here right to there. And now if we just click on this,
Got the camper?
all right. So I'm a little bit ahead. Adjust
You
it.
still got the camper?
There we go.
You still got the camper?
And I'm just hitting the space bar to play it.
You still got the camper?
Still got the camper, yeah.
And I think that's good. And you'll notice I'm not able to put a little bit of space there. I can add some silence in there, but that's more post-production types stuff. This is just quick and dirty. Get the clips made and get it done. So let's listen here a little bit further and see what else we can find.
Well, I'm not. I mean, I'm not gonna squat or anything on them. It's not like you're gonna let me in. I'm gonna call squatters, right? And stay there and be like, hey, you can't kick me out. I'm here. No, I'm not gonna call squatters, right? I just want to stay the night. Maybe cook you a little bit of breakfast in the morning. I'm good at cooking.
That's good, but I pass on that.
Alright, and I'm just going to clip out this, and we're going to do this a little bit different again this time. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my playhead up here, and I'm going to click and drag and make a selection, right? So we got that whole selection of this clip, and now I'm going to hit Control B, and what you'll see is it automatically makes this arrange. So that's very, very nice as well. So let's just call this incipient, and all I have to do is hit Control V, and look at that. All you got to do now is just put this in here, and I'll pass on that. And even if I wanted to, I could do something like, let's just say,
Pass on that.
let's just have him say pass, right? I'm just going to clip this little part here, select it, I'm going to play it,
Pass. 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 Pass.
and then if I do Control B, what you'll see is there's another clip in here. It's a clip inside of this clip. This is still going to be a separate clip. So I'm just going to type whatever I had here, incipient, just do a Control V, and get in the middle, and just type in pass. Alright, so let's get on to exporting here. We got a couple of clips in here. What you want to do first is go up here to edit. And I want to show you this real quick here. If you ever want to edit any of your labels, you can do that here. You say F2 or double click to edit or cancel cells contents. So you can edit start times, frequencies. I don't play with this too much, but if you want to rename this or something, you can always do that. You can delete the labels or whatever you want to do. So I'm just going to cancel this for right now. I'm just going to go to File, and let's go up here to Export Audio. And what you'll see here is right now, if I usually what'll come up is it will come up like this, entire project. And right now, if I save it, it's actually going to save the MP3 file as it is, but it will save it with this information stored in the MP3 file. It's not gonna clip the items because I'm not telling it to. I'm telling it to export the entire project, but it is going to add and remember where these clips were. So that's always a good thing to do. I'm not going to do that right now because I want to edit this a little bit more or add more clips to it. This is just for an example, but right now we're going to not worry about that. You won't have to worry about the title because the title, when we do select multiple files, the title is going to basically be our labels. And you can see down here how it splits the files. So multiple files, we're not doing the entire project. It's going to split the files based on the labels. So it's going to split the files based on just this. The rest of it, it gets rid of. It just keeps the labels. And then as far as naming the files, you can do numbering and add a prefix to it, but it won't save the file name, the actual label name. So make sure if you do select it, you want to do numbering, do label, and before label and track name, make sure it has label and track name. I'm just going to do using label name, and then let's go up here and make sure that we have it selected in the folder where I want it to go. I don't want this to go into my pranks folder because these aren't pranks, obviously. So I'm going to go down to my folders. If it'll go down there. There we go. I'm going to click on my incipient folder. And I'm just gonna hit save. So it's got my folder where I want it, and then I'm just gonna simply hit export. And what happens is you'll see it successfully exported the audio, and it did it rather quick. If you have a large file, it'll probably take some time to do. Um, Usually, I've edited like the bigger the file, the longer it's going to take for it to process those those edits. If it's like maybe an hour or a 3 hour, well, 3 hour podcast, and you do that, I mean it's going to take maybe a couple minutes to export the audio. It won't be that bad. If it saves the audio, you save the the labels and everything. It might take a little bit longer, but it's a lot quicker than copying and pasting, selecting a piece of the audio, copying it, pasting it into a new file, saving it. That's a pain in the ass. So let's go and take a look at what it did. So it's exported these few. So let's just go OK. Let's go into a folder here. And if we go into my iCipient folder, and let's do date created. And it did. We can see that here's the it's done sold. You can see that it's going to be at the top, so that if I hit the name button, all the good stuff is right up at the top. The cream of the crop is at the top, and it's still in alphabetical order. But let's go back to date created here, and you can see it did it's done sold, the book, that, the cooked breakfast, that. So if we listen to it here, let's just preview this. You see, indeed, it didn't do to the pass. It didn't do the whole thing.
That's good, but I pass on that.
So that's just a quick and easy way to edit, um, to get clips. And that's what I use. I always save the information that way, just in case I delete the pranks or something goes wrong. I always have this file I can go back to and do that. That's about it. I'll make another one on how to do that in Audacity, or I'm sorry, Adobe Audition. But that's about it. Have fun, and if you have any questions, let me know. Love you. Right now, how do I turn the damn thing off? Oh yeah.